So we're at Flying Lady. They are on Spring Mountain in Napa, California. I want to let the landscape speak for itself, that this is just absolutely amazing. We are on the mountain, we are at 2,100 feet. They source their grapes literally from all over the mountain. We're looking down on the vineyards, we're looking down on Napa Valley. Very excited about this tasting, was recommended by Dan from Cimarosa. Very excited to meet Mark finally, have a tasting with them, taste what they have to offer, and just literally enjoy this view. Cheers. Insane. Like this is, don't get me wrong, the Cimarosa view is fantastic on the top of Howell Mountain on the other side, but like you're just up there at the top, like you're not really like looking down, whereas this is like you just see everything.
It's the full topography of Napa Valley. You can see it's created through tectonic plate shifting. Bell Canyon, the base of Via Dare, is essentially that little body of water down there. For this mountain range, what looks like a cloud from here is actually the Vaca Mountain range. Or if we were about another 300 feet higher, we could actually see the water of Lake Berryessa from under here. York Creek is where we source all our fruit on Spring Mountain.
Okay.
Just adjacent, just basically a football throw away. So you can hit it with a 3-wood if you're really good.
Are we going 3-wood like that way? Or?
David made a joke, he's like, I'm gonna build a zip line to the vineyard.
I mean, that'd be really cool.
7 rows of Pinot Blanc, which is what makes our sparkling wine here.
So what's the influence of Flying Lady?
The story of adventure. David's a big venturist, and he said there's nothing better than after going out either backpacking or mountain biking with your friends and then sitting down and having a nice glass of wine to reflect on the whole thing. The concept of Flying Lady was, granting them safe passage after a long journey. Being up here so far up on the mountain, having the pleasure of completing a journey up here, we start you off with a little safe passage wine.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm staring at Stella. She's just the cutest.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. It took her about 2.5, 3 weeks to actually make it this far.
So, she just literally go inside, sit on the bed, and just hang out. Yeah.
She's scared of heights. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's totally understandable. We were at 2,100 feet. That makes sense.
Yeah, so we're gonna go inside. She'll be cozy in there. This is a silk screen that on the label here. So it gives you the idea of you have to actually have these prepared close to 2 years in advance before the wine's ready to go in a bottle.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of
So basically, you're harvesting the grapes and getting the bottle ready for said grapes.
Yeah, exactly.
Harvesting the glass.
Harvesting the glass.
It's a great rosé, almost no skin contact. So typically rosés are 24-hour or less of skin contact. We do about 2. Because it's rosé Cabernet Sauvignon and there's a lot of bolder flavor in it.
That's a very dark for 2 hours of...
Yeah, so essentially when we're doing the fermentation, going through inoculation for the Cabernet Sauvignon, we'll bleed off some rosé.
I was wondering, because I was like looking at the right side, because I didn't read left or right, was Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Sauvignon. I was like, but the glasses don't match what that is.
Yeah.
So rosé of Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm excited for this. I haven't found many rosés that I actually like, but I have a feeling that I am going to like a rosé of Cabernet Sauvignon.
Well, I'm excited for you. We're doing it in a Pinot glass essentially, or Nebbiolo glass. This tends to have just needs a little bit more air, a little more breathe time, a little more oxygen exposure, just to let it open it up here. Yeah, really good acidity and a brie to pair with this. Essentially, it's a brie done almost like a goat cheese, but then the creaminess of the brie, really good acidity on that's going to pair with the acidity of the rosé.
For lack of a better term, I can't put my nose on it, but there's something that's like, this is not like the strong smelling that I would expect from the rosé.
It almost smells like plumeria.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's...
Plumeria bloom smells like. Like it's not overly floral, but like there's a floral note in there.
That's nice rosé. We're at the tasting room here at Flying Lady. We have beautiful, wide open doors looking out. This is a very unique experience. There is nobody else here. It is just us in this tasting room, sitting at this table. Very personal experience, very intimate, learning about the history, learning about the wines, and just having a very memorable moment.
The 19 York Creek.
That was the best smelling one for me. That one for smell was just phenomenal. 2016 Oak Knoll Cap. This one for taste is hands down the best. Like it's the most balanced. There's a hint of funk, a little bit of fruit, but still some vegetal, still some varietal, still some earth. This is super well balanced for me. So this is 2016, Jen.
Oak Knoll has those very silky, velvety tannins, where Spring Mountain typically has very grippy, very bold tannins. So this is a great example of when a silky tannins with enough age just literally texture turns into, feels like velvet on the tongue. That 19 Reserve New York Vineyard could use, I think in 3 or 4 years, it'll be silky like this. It just needs that little extra time to really integrate. But
This one, I don't know if I would pair with anything, to be honest.
pairs of life.
Like this one is just a life, like, I don't want to put it with food because I don't want to detract from it, but I don't want to try and like complement it with food. This is just fantastic by itself.
Hear that, buddy?
Just finished our tasting here at Flying Lady. We had a rosé of Cabernet Sauvignon, just super rare. Very happy to have that one. Absolutely loved it. It was more of a full body rosé. We had several different Cabernet Sauvignons from all across Napa. Very different soils, very different tastes. Loved every one of them. Going home with a 2019 and a 2016 Cabernet Sauvignon. The view has been fantastic. I've been lucky enough to sit and look out and just watching the weather change. It's a fall day and I watch the clouds roll in, and it is just the perfect day for sitting down having Cabernet Sauvignon. Highly recommend coming to Flying Lady. It is a very personable tour, very personable experience. We sat with Mark the entire time, had some great wines, great conversations. Recommend you check them out. Cheers.